This business, guys, is very simple, but it is not always the most easy. Today we're going to be talking about how to make $10,000 a month selling insurance. And in today's video, we're going to dive right into it here. Guys, the first point that we're going to touch on here is to reverse engineer the numbers. Okay, if we know that the goal is $10,000 in profit, then we can start to solve that problem. This is how I work most of the goals in my life. If I know I want to get somewhere in a certain amount of time, I reverse engineer it, work backwards on what I'm going to need to do to obtain that outcome. So for us today, we're going to be talking about $10,000 a month in profit. And I know for my business, I spend money on leads. So for me, if I spend, let's just say $2,000 a month on leads, which is $500 a week. So I'm going to spend $500 a week for 4 weeks in a month, let's say. That's going to be $2,000 extra. So I'm going to need $12,000 to hit my bank account. This is going to be total, so I can profit $10,000 after my lead spend. Okay, so $10,000 in profit is going to be our big title, our big goal. We're going to say our average sale is about $1,000 in annual premium, and we're just going to assume that we're going to get 70% advance commission. This is not including any back-end payouts. This is not including any reoccurring revenue that we get for being inside this industry from the carriers. Thank God that we do get reoccurring revenue, but we're just going to assume that that is not including any of this in today's example. So we're going to have to write $12,000. We're going to have to write business to earn $12,000 to hit our bank account, and we're only going to be working with 70%, assuming that's our advance rate on average, right? 70% upfront commissions. So if we do a little bit of math here, we're going to know that, and this is 12,000 divided by 70%, we'll know that we'll have to write $17,142 in annual premium. Okay, so what that means is, on average, here, right, averages, we'll just about have to write 17 to 18 policies, which will advance us and we'll have hit our actual bank account. If the average percent of commissions is about 70% of the annual premium, that's going to earn us $12,000 in money hitting our bank account. If we write $17,142 in annual premium. So we know that we'll have to write just about 17. We're going to round it up and say 18 policies in a month. Super doable, by the way, on $500 of lead spend a week. So we have 4 weeks in the month. We're going to spend $500 on leads. And then if we divide 18 by 4, because there's 4 weeks, we'll have to write 4.5 policies in a week. That's 1 policy per day, Monday through Friday. Okay, this business, guys, is very simple, but it is not always the most easy. Okay, so I'm going to explain what I mean by that in just a second here. So we know the numbers now. So that's 1 a day, which is Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday working. I'm going to be dialing, right? Okay, so now I know that I got to do 1 policy a day, and I'll be just above what I need to hit 18 policies in the month, which will earn me $17,142 in annual premium, which will earn me on average, if my commission rate, upfront commissions, is 70%, then I know that I'll get just about $12,000 deposited in my bank account, which is after lead spend at the end of the month going to be, for 4 weeks in a row, if I run that play, that's going to be $12,000 in my bank account, $10,000 in profit. Okay, let's break it down to the day-to-day for you guys, right? So now we know that we got to sell 1 policy a day. Well, how do I solve that problem? Well, to sell 1 policy a day, I know that for us here at Real Financial, the framework that we follow is to sell 1 policy a day. Now, we want our people to sell more than that, and that's really the goal, is to develop our agents to be able to spend the same amount but sell more. We're just going to say we'll sell 1, right? I know that our average agents usually sit somewhere around a 20 to 25% closing ratio while they're newer. So we're going to sit inside that range. So if we have 300 dials that we can make in a day, this is using some kind of CRM, or maybe you have a tool that helps you make phone calls a little bit more quickly. If you don't have that, I really recommend that you do have that, because it's going to help you be able to work out with more people. Or like us, we have the Real CRM, which is Real Financial CRM. And this thing is actually going to generate, it has 30-day drip campaigns that people reach out and they text back, and then we can work appointments based off of the people that text back, right? So we're usually, if we don't make 300 dials, it's because we're talking to people, but we're going to assume that we have the attitude to make 300 dials. And I'm going to break that up even more. I'm going to make 2 dial sessions that are going to be 150 dials. That's going to be my attitude, right? And I know that if I can have that attitude and for 4 hours twice a day, I can make 150 phone calls, then I know that I'm going to find 2 to 3 presentations within that 4-hour block. Now, this is leveraging the tools and resources, leveraging the dialers to be able to contact people more quickly, and having conversations on the phone, okay? If I can do that, then typically what ends up happening is I get 1 sale a day, because I'm getting 4 presentations to 5 presentations every single day, sitting inside that bracket of 20 to 25% close ratio. I should be able to find my 4.5 a week. Pretty simple. Those are the numbers. That is the actual how to. Man, if this is the video that helped you out today, I'm gonna place a couple other of my videos right here for you guys to watch. It's exactly what you're gonna need to see following today's video, guys. See you in the next one.